time, man. His schedule has been crazy busy. But on Super Bowl Sunday, they were able to come here to the Undefeated Goats, man. And for the first time, Anthony, everybody else from the 28 Black world, we got pairing with 28 Black. Kitty on top, welcome to the Undefeated Goats podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you. G, what were you drinking, G?
I had this hibiscus, meniscus, some other stuff. And, I was drinking. What was it again, Kitty?
So it was mezcal with triple sec and the 28 Black sour cherry energy drink.
So let me tell you, what she said is what I had, and that thing was great. It went down so smooth, and it paired well with my Monte Cristo, so I like that. Yeah.
Yes, I'm a huge fan of mezcal because of smokiness, so I thought we'd do that instead of the typical tequila today.
Okay, nice. It was
so, Kitty, again, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. How long have you been bartending?
For about 7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you have to get your license, or did you just go through your husband in order to get qualified? And
Well, he paid for the license.
He did. I know he did. Yes. Put that mic up a little bit so we can hear you talk a little bit louder. So you've been doing this for 7 years.
Yes.
You are fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. So what did you get? How long? So you said 7 years.
Yes.
And are you at any specific place? Are you mobile? Or
I am a mobile bartender.
So how can the world, get you? I know it took us about 3 months in order to book you. But how can the rest of the world reach out to you and get you to do their private events? Now listen, she only does big events. Now you got, you know what I mean? She don't do no coins. She don't do no, you gotta have all your money up front.
Well, you do. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Her manager ain't going for it.
Not at all. Not at all.
Is there any way that we can make payments? Is there any way that we can pay you half and then pay half now, pay later? Like, she ain't going for none of that, y'all. So she is one of the best mixologists in the building. We are so happy and ecstatic to have her. I know Mike. Big shout out to Mike, y'all. Clap it up for Mike. Mike's a new addition to the family. He's also in charge of the website. So shout out to Undefeated Goats and what is it? What's Goose's?
CigarGoose.com.
CigarGoose.com. So make sure you guys check that out. But back to you, Kitty. What is your favorite drink to make? If any one of us came up to your bar and let's say that you were at a multi-million-dollar event and we said, hey, Kitty, can you make us a drink? What would be your favorite drink and your best drink to make?
I love whiskey sours.
And what's in it? Explain to us how you make that.
So for whiskey sours, I like to do it classically. So it is whiskey with triple sec, just very little triple sec, lemon juice, and egg yolk.
Egg yolk?
Yes, for texture purposes.
Okay.
And then we top it off with some bitters to give it that nice spice. So I am a huge fan of whiskey. So just like the old fashions, I love doing old fashioned variations. I love doing margaritas with mezcal because again, I like the smokiness because it almost favors whiskey.
Right.
So yes, I would say a whiskey sour if we have time so that I can do it for you right. I love Moscow mules.
Okay.
Yes, so that's probably one of my favorite vodka drinks.
Okay.
And I do gin and tonic with cucumber and fruits, so like berries. Yeah, so I'm open to anything, but my favorite is anything with whiskey. We can make it happen.
Now, what does your husband like to drink? What does Darnell like to drink? Like on a Friday night, you know what I mean? Just got off of work. So, you guys are relaxing, chilling.
He's a huge Ciroc fan.
Ciroc?
Yes.
Oh,
so
shout out to Ciroc family. Okay. Ciroc. Hey, Darnell, we got a check coming, baby. Shout out to Ciroc. Ciroc. What type what kind of Ciroc?
Right,
his favorite is peach, right?
Peach.
Ciroc peach.
Ciroc
okay.
Peach. And what does he mix that with? What does he pair with that with?
So we either do lemonade, orange juice, or peach juice. We try to keep it simple, but we try to keep it 100% juice if we can.
Okay.
But yeah, and he likes Jack Daniels and lemonade.
Jack Daniels and lemonade.
Yes, that's been his
twist
recently, but he's a Ciroc boy for sure.
All right, he's a Ciroc boy.
Yes.
Now I know he doesn't drink that much, but the rest of the members of Kappa Alpha Psi.
Whoa, wait a minute. No, he drinks.
He does drink. Oh, okay.
Don't mess up the image.
Okay. All
No,
right.
he
Put
drinks.
your business right.
Yes.
Just threw you under the bus.
Yeah,
But
that's nice.
I need a taste tester, and he's always there.
Is he the best taste tester in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
I hope so. I mean, everybody else is under 21.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. And what's your favorite to drink behind the scenes? Like,
Behind the scenes, I love rum and whiskey based drinks. So I like dark and stormies. I like whiskey sours, old fashioned variations, my old fashions at home. I like to splash it with SoCo, Southern Comfort,
Right.
make it like a classic, man, because you have those apricot notes.
Now, before we go around the table and I see Gary and everyone else on you,
I don't bite.
Kitty, you're really passionate about this, which
Yes.
is awesome.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
we are so excited for you and you being a
Thank you.
silhouette and an awesome entrepreneur in the business
Thank
that you do. We are here to do anything and everything you need for us to go and take you on top. We're going to take this podcast and we're going to send it out to thousands and thousands of
I'm ready.
owners and between you and your husband, there's going to be a lot of weddings coming up where he's
Yes.
going to be taking photography and videography and they're going to want bartenders and stuff. So Darnell, you're going to have to go and piece that together. Like, all right, well, I'm going to take pictures, but my wife got to be the bartender, right? Can we add that in the package? Is there any way? We could definitely add that into the package, right?
More likely, they taking the bartender and then adding in the
Oh,
Yes.
so she's first,
Hey.
and then you're second. I get it.
Both ways now.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, let me understand. Gary, go ahead. I'm gonna sick the pros on you.
Uh-oh. So now, what other kind of drinks other than old fashions do you actually like to make? So, a lot of us are cigar smokers, or we wouldn't be here. So, what kind of nice drinks could you create for that type of situation?
For cigars, I really would say, for the most part, you probably want your whiskey neat,
Yes.
I'm assuming,
Yes.
or like a VSOP brandy. But yeah, aside from old fashions, you can still do whiskey sours. I like the classic drinks to pair with the cigars. I'm still getting acclimated with the cigar and cocktail pairing, but I
Okay.
just say simple is best.
Right.
Yep.
But we're gonna help you with that.
Yes.
Now,
please.
Kitty, real quick before I throw solo on you, because he's as ignorant. But are you born and raised from Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Where part of Pennsylvania?
South Philly.
South Philly,
Yes.
South Philadelphia. Okay. And you went to high school and stuff in Philly?
I did not. I went to Abington.
You went to Abington.
See what you get for that.
I left South Philly at 12, so I started high school in Abington,
Galloping goats.
Okay.
When did you graduate from Abington?
2006.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Have you always been like into Philadelphia sports? I'm going. What I really want to ask you are you a Bucks fan?
Yes. If my husband is a Bucks fan, I'm a Bucks fan.
Wow.
So when did you guys get married, and how long have you guys been together as far as like an awesome couple? I love Darnell. Now listen, going back and forth, y'all. Darnell and I worked together at Power 99 days, right?
Yeah.
So we went back and we worked. So you were doing AE and stuff like that.
Yep.
As far as like Power 99 and WDS, we had great relationships. You was making a lot of money back then, and I'm sure you're making a lot of money right now.
I'm
But
making
you
that
and I
flow
have
money.
been brothers and brothers for a long, long time. So you and I have a great fraternity and brotherhood relationship, right?
Most definitely.
Right. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And how's the business?
Ain't come to set up.
No, ain't no setup. Ain't no setup. There's no
But-
setup. There's no setup with this. And how long have you been a Bucks fan?
Ooh, since '79, Doug Williams.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
first black quarterback I ever saw.
That makes sense.
And I was a kid, and I was like, wow. And I didn't like Jaworski. Yeah, that hurt.
Okay.
Do you really want me to touch on the Eagles thing? I mean,
No. We ain't gonna talk
It's
about
the undefeated.
No. Yeah, we don't have to talk about
All
the
right,
Eagles.
we ain't
I
even
just want to
gonna-
make sure I put it out there that you are the official biggest fan when it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right?
I mean, Sixers all day, but
Sixers all day.
yeah,
Okay.
Flyers all day, Phillies all day. Bucks all day.
All right, I'm gonna leave it open. Get ahead, Solo. Do you have a question for Kitty at all before we go back to Mr. Barnes?
Oh, it's about to go off the wheels.
I know. I was touching. Mike, you'll understand later. So I was just, touching, here, touch and go here, because I know when you talk about the Steelers, when you talk about the Buccaneers, you talk about the Eagles, yeah, that's a fight. Like that's a stone cold fight. And today being Super Bowl Sunday, and Ben is retiring, and Brady is retiring. So
We all sitting here.
yeah,
I had to restrain myself from not wearing my Steelers hoodie.
You wanted to wear that today?
Of course. It doesn't matter.
I left mine on the bed because I'm going to a Super Bowl party later on. So
So
y'all gonna go to the Super Bowl party?
Wearing our-
yourself?
You better know.
Y'all disrespectful.
No, we're
Kitty,
not
I
disrespectful.
apologize. That's disrespectful.
Anyway, let me get back
Okay.
to what we,
All right.
Kitty, you said you've been doing this for 7 years.
Yes.
That's great and everything. My question to you is, I'm gonna come from a different angle. The events that you have done and everything, you got to tell us. There's always a story, one crazy event or something of that nature. I mean, please keep the names out of it. But
I most definitely will. That's how I keep my job.
There's always a story. 'Cause I'm sure you done came home, Darnell. You wouldn't believe,
This is so
No,
cool.
I
We
always
want to know
keep the
the stories
names
that
out.
you don't tell Darnell. That's why.
No, I tell him all the stories.
Talk about them black gloves.
I'll keep it light,
Uh-huh.
but I've done a few bachelor parties.
Yeah, baby.
I've done a few birthday parties with women who've had male and female dancers. I've done green parties.
What kind of
Green,
What's
like
green
THC, CBD.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's Mike. That's what Mike likes to do all the time. Him and my man Rick over there, they love that.
I've done Made in America, which was good too because I actually had access to backstage, so I was able to see. Yes, yes.
Darnell's still getting them backstage passes, huh?
I don't mess around with them. I stay out of the way.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yes, the bachelor and bachelorette parties, the birthday parties with the dancers are probably my most favorite because I too love entertainment.
That's good that you love
Yes,
entertainment.
yes,
So you sitting there mixing and like, oh,
yes, exactly, exactly.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
Did she just do?
I
Yes,
hope I don't put nobody's business out in the street. But last night, me and G, I hope I ain't putting you out there where you get in trouble.
It wasn't me.
It was you. We went to a bachelor party last night for Kev, and let me.
Is that a description of the dancers?
Yeah, all big joints,
Can't like them BBLOHs.
the big cow joints. Solo, is that true?
Do not believe the hype. I do maintain a certain weight class.
Kev.
I stay in my lane, and we'll leave it at that.
No power forwards.
2 guards only.
Nobody look like Charles Barkley. Nobody.
Oh,
Wow, we really gonna go there today? Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Nard's not here. Shout out to Nard. Nard's on vacation right now. He went on a golf vacation. We'll see you
Is
next
that
week.
S dot?
S dot.
Yeah,
Swing deference and some
Yeah,
other
yeah, swing
lies.
deference.
It was all lies. All lies. But I know he's
MVP.
watching. You know he's watching.
You know he's watching.
So shout out to the MVP. Nard, there he is, Nard, Apex, Nuke, whatever the case may be, man. We hope you have a great time out there, man. Make sure you come home. So we'll see you when you get back home, man.
audition for a spot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
Mike got his spot. You want a spot too?
I mean, if Nard ain't
Every
coming
Sunday,
back,
if Nard ain't coming back, you'll take it, right?
Yeah, it is.
There it is.
All right, but it has to be a package deal because your wife is the best mixologist. We're gonna make sure on this podcast she's gonna be the best mixologist that was on any podcast.
Oh,
Did you guys see that we do it
want-
big?
Yes,
We do it real big.
yes.
And as you sit here, you see the different camera angles.
Yes.
You see that we got producers. You see that we got Goosey. Shout out to Goose Bones. He's in the building.
Yo, Goose.
You guys know that we have a studio audience. Like we do it all.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to Mike. Mike, you want to say something to the ground here, Mike?
I really don't. No.
Say hi, Mike.
Can you put your hat on, please?
Uh,
Do you mind? Just want to make sure that's
There we
that's
So
uniform.
you look great.
You look good in
You
it,
look
man.
great.
You look
Yeah.
good.
You gotta pull it to the side, Lou.
Cock it to the
There
side.
you go. There you go.
Put your
Right,
swag down.
Introduce yourself. What do you do for Goose here? And what's the name of the drink? And do you enjoy the drink that you're drinking?
All right, so I'm Mike Schneider. John and I, Goose and I, have been we've been working together for a long time.
How long?
Gonna be an old like show himself. Actually, I think we've been working together since 1990.
Why are you looking at me? tell him how you met Goose. Tell him what you're known for.
So-
Kenny, you weren't even born yet, were you?
Yes.
1990.
I'm an 88
Thanks
baby.
for pointing out I'm an old man. I appreciate that.
Mike,
No.
tell him what you're known for.
So John, I used to work for John Middleton.
Okay.
And I was, back in the day, I did a lot of work with the Black
And
and
John
Mild.
Middleton, who's he?
They're
connected
known,
to?
so they Black and Mild. is the
Oh,
brand.
Black
Yeah.
and
So I did-
Mild.
yeah.
Okay.
So I did a lot of work on the Black and Mild packaging.
What
So-
work did you do on the Black and Mild packaging?
Actually, I helped develop the Black and Mild packaging. It was actually our company. So the business. My father started the company back in 1962, and I bought it from him in the late 90s. So,
Okay.
but he was actually the one who started doing all the design work for Black and Mild, and I kind of came in midway and did some additional development.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
So you're involved in that Black and Mild development.
I was. There was
And
like
it's
Black and Mild.
worldwide, urban, global, all over the world.
Yes.
From your design. From your
So
vision.
Black and Mild itself was, it was a brand that pretty much existed when I came along.
Okay.
But there were some of the other brands like the Black and Mild Cherry Vanilla. I did the entire design for that
Nice.
package. I did.
Okay.
There are some of the other brands that I kind of the wine. They came out with a wine. That was back in the mid '90s, and I did develop. I helped develop that, and so. There was a lot of stuff that I participated in.
So you came along and just took it to another level with your little twist and everything on it and everything. Okay.
Solo, Darnell, G, give this man some love. He's a good one. So now you guys get a chance to see what we're talking about, man. We all got all legends on here. If you're a part of our podcast, you are a GOAT. You got to be a GOAT. Why do you think that we named it the Undefeated GOATs podcast, man? Mike is a GOAT. He's been around since the 90s. He is excellent. He is aficionado when it comes to designs, when it comes to websites. We are coming. We are coming for you. We're coming for everyone who's watching. So make sure you tell a friend, you tell a friend. It's going down right here at the Undefeated GOATs podcast. Go ahead, Solo. I know you got another question. Keep going, bro. Shout out to all the Pittsburgh Steelers. Shout out to Pittsburgh.
You better shout us out.
Shout out to Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Because I feel for you guys. You know what I mean?
I know. Sixburg, baby. Sixburg.
Sixburg. So that means the rings, right?
Yes,
That's what
sir.
it means.
All right, but Darnell is right here. So why are y'all starting this in front of him?
Oh, well, this is what we do. I mean, this is not new to Darnell. I mean, we've been doing this for years.
I tell you what, the next time he has to sleep on a air mattress is going to be a problem.
No,
That's a
you
fact.
know, if it's the three
Kitty,
of us,
tell him, Kitty.
Yes.
Tell him.
if it's the three of us, he gonna sleep on it again. He's a young-
No. If you all would have went with my Airbnb selection, you all
We
would have been
wouldn't this
good.
problem, Kitty, right?
That is true.
Exactly.
She did pick a dope.
I did, and you all said, we found something else.
Well,
Miss
excuse me.
Kitty.
Let's get hold on. I do believe remember that,
yes,
right?
yes.
And I think it's not the one that we had squared away, but somebody has,
Yes,
thrown
Ain't no
it
somebody. Who was it? Point him out. Point him out. Who was it?
G was late on his deposit. So we had to get a new spot.
And
The new spot was questionable.
and my husband had to be in the attic on the air bed.
no, he wasn't on the attic. He was in the living room actually.
On the air bed.
Yeah, it's all right.
No.
Sorry, G. I'm in the gym.
What happened?
I'm in the gym, G.
Kitty was not happy at all.
So, Kitty, I got another question for
Yes.
you. Being a mobile bartender, excuse me, that's kind of taking it down. A mobile mixologist. Let's give you all the credit that you're
Okay.
Oh,
due.
that was nice. About
Yeah.
time. That was nice, Solo.
Oh, I'm a respectful gentleman, man. I was raised right.
Not last night.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on. As a mobile mixologist, where do you see that going to? I mean, is that a big industry, or do you think this is something that you can kind of just take and just run with it for yourself? And
I think that now I see a whole lot more mobile bartending businesses, which is great, especially for me,
Yeah.
because when I started out back in 2014, a lot of people, they were apprehensive about booking me, especially in their intimate events at home, because they're like, it doesn't make sense for me to pay somebody to mix drinks for me at my house.
all right,
Now it's not only a luxury, it's a necessity, because we're able to delegate how much people drink. We're able to make sure that we're following in our state PA guidelines, and that you're stress free, worry free. Like it's low maintenance for you, and we take care of everything. But I think it's going to blossom, especially now with COVID, because a lot of people are doing stuff at home, and people are doing things at events, and a lot of event spaces require a licensed and insured bartender. So it's going to be here for a while, and everybody drinks.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's great because, like, if Flo ever invites us to his house,
Here we go. I've invited you every single Sunday. Gary, what I say? Hey, I know the podcast is over.
Have a Christmas party.
Did you guys
or
like to come to my house?
Yes.
No, I
He
gotta
doesn't
go
have
back.
to worry about.
No, I gotta go to Blue
Not
Brook.
at
Shout out to
all.
Blue Brook. We have a
Exactly.
big Super Bowl party tonight. It starts at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
So shout out to Norristown alumni. They'll be in the building. Shout out to Blue Brook. That's where they're going. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Shout out to all the Steelers fans and all the Bucks fans. I can't wait. I can't wait. We're gonna get our predictions later. But right now, what I would like to do, and I hope you guys would put your hands together, because in the building right now, also another big contributor when it comes to Black and Mild and 28 Black. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, coming to the mic right now. Put your hands together and show some love for Gooseman. Hey, here comes the goose. Here comes the goose. Here comes the goose. Here comes the goose. That sounds like a static radio, don't it? Don't it sound like clapping? Sounds like. Big shout out to Goose, man. Goose,
How you doing?
how do you feel about 28 Black and Kitty on top, along with Darnell DSQ Photography, right here on the Undefeated Goats podcast?
Well, I want to thank Kitty and Darnell for both coming.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Let's have a toast. Let's have a toast.
All right, everybody, put your glasses up.
Raise a glass.
I'm empty. Kitty been slacking.
Nice.
I got you.
Here's the Kitty and Darnell.
Anthony,
Yeah.
where you at, Anthony? Go Georgia, Bulldogs, baby! They're watching. At this time, Kitty, real quick, because Goose is really busy, can you please do a smoke or drink for us?
Yes,
Could
yes.
you do that?
Yep.
So what we're going to do, producer, we're going to do a close up on you. All right. We're going to do a close up on you, and you take your time, Kitty, on top, and you're going to show the world, along with the podcast, how you get down and you make a great 28 Black / Kitty on top mixologist drink. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Take your time. And you can just talk it out. Just talk out loud like you're talking to yourself.
Okay, so
Okay.
can we do the mezcal one? Just because the whiskey
That's
cubes
fine.
are still
That's fine.
freezing.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so we are filling our whiskey glass with ice. And sorry, usually the glass should be filled to the top, ladies and gentlemen, but we're
That's good schooling.
yes.
Thanks, Darnell.
Then we have our mezcal. So we're going to do 2 ounces of mezcal.
And you can stand up too, because I want you like all up in the camera and showing this and going inside the glass. Like get like real specific for it.
Okay.
We're gonna make all the mixologists out there pissed at the fact that
And then we have our triple sec.
take it closer to the camera for me. Like show them. Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
And we have some Mexican hibiscus leaves. So we're just going to toss a few in here. Give it a nice shake.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. 7-Eleven.
Wow.
And look how pretty that color is.
Look how pretty. What color is
So
that?
I'm all about presentation. So it's almost like a
Tampa Bay red.
Cabaret.
Cabaret.
Crimson
Yes.
cream.
All
That
right.
crimson, baby.
So
I
I'm
like
just going to add some of the ice in here. And again,
Okay.
ladies and gents, when you do this at home, just make sure you have your glass filled up to the top. And we're going to top that off with the 28 Black Sour Cherry.
Go all the way up to the
Yeah,
end.
right, all
28
right.
Black, baby. 28 Black. Here we go.
It's so good. It's so good.
How
So
good
you-
is it?
Go ahead.
Very good.
Very
The
good.
best.
All
And
right.
I usually don't like energy drinks at all, but this is really good. And we just top that off. And so cherry flavor mixed with hibiscus, just a sexy pair. And it pairs so well.
Real quick, Kitty, our producer wants to. He's trying to.
He went to drink.
Okay. All right. I see.
Does he want to
that's
take a
nice.
picture of the
Yeah,
drink, or
that
does he
was
want the
nice.
drink?
He like,
That
get
was
it
nice.
nice.
That was nice. I like that.
Who wants to drink?
Goose, man.
Give it to Michael. Michael.
Pass it
Mike's
around.
never gonna be the same. Mike,
Still love the cup.
Yeah.
I got cigars when I came here. They put me on the set. I got drunk. 28 Black. I got a tea for you too, Mike. I want you to try. What?
Oh,
What?
stop.
What?
It's an ancient
Ancient
secret.
I'm trying to put him down.
You can't
He
let
got
it
anything
go.
else? He got Monte Cristo cigars. You know what I mean? He got he's drinking Black and Mild for the rest of his life. He got free drinks. Why not some tea?
Nah, he don't. Let that go.
He got Monte Cristo hats. He got the work over here today. This is the best thing going on in King of Prussia, Montgomery County area right here is Goose's Lounge, baby. How's the taste, Mike?
Outstanding.
Outstanding. You hear that? Outstanding. Outstanding. What are you making now?
Great job.
Same thing.
Same thing?
Yep.
Okay. I would like to try one.
Yes,
Get a chance.
absolutely.
Is there any way that you can smoke something for us?
Yes,
Like
I
you
can smoke the
smoke it.
old fashioned.
Let's do
Yes.
it. Let's do it. We got nothing but time.
Yes.
Okay.
Smoke that
Yeah.
old fashioned.
So
for
let
me.
me check on the whiskey cubes and make
Okay.
sure that they're
Yeah,
full.
Take your time.
Yes,
Yes.
try it. Wait, we'll wait.
Ain't no issue.
All right.
No
In the
issue.
meantime, let's talk to Darnell.
Here we go.
Oh.
Let's talk to my man. Let's
Okay. Now.
Give him some-
All right. Listen. All right. We're gonna talk to Darnell, but with me being the youngest brother on
Yeah.
the set,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna be
you are?
respect. Yes, I am.
That's
We're
true.
gonna be respectful, and we're gonna go in deference. And you guys are not gonna. You're not gonna make Darnell. He's a guest, but he's a family and he's a brother. So we're not gonna say anything disrespectful to get him all riled up when we talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna let Gary go
Of
first.
course.
Okay, Gary, go ahead, Gary. Ask Darnell Barnes a question.
Hey,
Let's
Darnell, let me ask you a
DSQ.
question. What
Alright.
is so? How long have you been a photographer?
I've been shooting total for about 12 years, full time for 6. So yeah, I started shooting when I was in radio, and it was on the side. Now it's all I do.
That's all you do. So, what type of events do you normally work?
A little bit of everything. I shoot for Jack Daniels. I shoot a ton of weddings and things like that. I shoot for American Heart Association. American Heart Association. So it's opposite. I shoot for Harris Casino. It really, I have my own studio in Glenside. So whatever somebody needs shot, I shoot.
You did a big event for my job before, right?
What's your job? I know you
For
work,
Jefferson.
Tommy.
Oh.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the
It ain't no fun.
So Kev, the next time we have our men's event for cancer,
Diamond ring, wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine wrecking, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so Kev, the next time we have our men's event, you will get that call.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah,
See?
actually, I did
Be
do
respectful.
the men's event for Jefferson
Oh,
a
okay.
couple years.
Now
Well,
you forget.
they had some celebrities from the Eagles and things like that, so I wasn't allowed to use the pictures. So I didn't even know you knew about that.
I'm the one that hired you.
Oh, excuse me, behind the scenes.
Mm.
All right, my bad. Jay, you never told me that before.
Wow,
Petty Wop.
this is something new because I've
Yeah.
never heard this story either.
He's been waiting for that.
Solo, get ahead.
I got a
Ask
problem.
Mr. DSQ a question.
He hired you, ain't called me. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The question I have, and I know you've been doing this for a while and everything, and I see all these little plaques up here, the knot. Could you explain to me what that means, the knot, and what it's about?
Yeah, so the Knot is a website that I get Mike.
Oh.
I got two. The Knot is a website and a publication that people who are getting married basically go to that site, and it gives you all kinds of free materials and things to do to help you plan for your wedding. And it has tons of different vendors. So if you're looking for photographers, venues, mixologists, anything for your wedding, florists, you can find them there.
Okay.
So, I've been on the Knot for 4 or 5 years. I actually partnered with Wedding Wire. And between the two of those, they probably cover a good 40-50% of the wedding market. And, being noticed there gets you a lot of exposure. And they have a magazine, and it's national, but they break it down regionally so that you can be recognized within the Philadelphia area. They got Harrisburg area and anywhere throughout the country. So if you're looking for a local wedding and you're looking for a photographer, I'm up there. Been best of for the last 4 years. I'm actually Hall of Fame.
Who?
Best of.
Yeah. My dude. Shout out to my dude.
Okay.
Best of. The best of the best. Again, Flo, to your point, we bring nothing but goats up this joint.
So it's been a good run. Love it to death, and love weddings, engagements, and the whole nine.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm taking this mic back.
All right, mine's a 2-part question.
Uh-oh.
What was the best wedding event? You don't have to say the last name of the couple. What was the best event that you've ever shot at? And the second question is, what's the best place you ever shot at?
All right, so I'm gonna go. You know what? I gotta put best couple right now. I love all my couples, but at the Park Chateau in East Brunswick, it was like a courtyard, and the Bennetts. Shout out to Randy and Laini. Like 6'3" bride, Model-S. Randy's like 6'5". They came out completely regal, and the grounds and everything there. Like, if you ever get a chance to check out the Park Chateau, it's phenomenal. Like, it's almost like a dreamscape. Like when they have the hedges and things, and you come through the courtyard, and they come out of like a cathedral. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. The bridal suite looked like, actually, the groom suite looked like this building. And this building is phenomenal too. So when you look at a suite just for like 5 groomsmen, like nothing I've seen before. And the atmosphere, like, flew drones, they got fountains, like phenomenal experience. And when you're shooting at a place like that, there's no bad shot. Like, every angle you look at, everything you do, it's just perfect.
Like, you tap into your creativity.
Exactly.
Because photographers, they look at things in a different eye. So when you get out there, don't have to nudge them.
Say nothing,
You don't have to nudge them.
I asked Darnell. No, I ain't asked you. I was asking Darnell the question. I ain't asked you. I was asking
Once
Dina.
again, the hate is real.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't asking him. Talking about it was
Kev gets sensitive sometimes. He can't help it, man. He's
Don't talk to me.
he's
Don't talk to
passionate. And plus, Darnell's this young boy, so he
without a doubt.
protects him, man.
Exactly.
All right, last question. Goose has about 4,000, almost 5,000 square feet. If he did a haul, could it be you and Kitty's home along with Kev? If you let Kev shoot some shots, that's nice too.
Trying to kill me.
Oh, without a doubt. First off, we in Montgomery County, so
Yes.
this is
That'd be
home for
nice.
me.
Would you like that?
Wouldn't it be? Actually,
Goose.
I'm good with shooting here.
A nice, big banquet wedding hall right on the back. They can come in here and smoke cigars for like the pre-flow.
Yes.
They could be on the podcast. Kitty would have her bar and stuff set up. Do we have access maybe to get a liquor license and maybe both locations?
I'm sure.
Hey.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Make that happen.
Yes.
And cigars are big in weddings now.
Yes.
Cigars are.
Huge in weddings now. Almost everybody's prep shots. The groomsmen are smoking cigars. Actually, a lot of the bridesmaids smoke cigars now.
Really?
Yes.
What's the square footage does it need to be if we had something like that built for you guys to really, does it need to be upstairs, downstairs, or just space?
It depends on how big of weddings you want to do, because now with COVID, people are switching up. Like, there's a lot of intimate weddings, And there's a lot of huge weddings. Like the big thing about weddings is that it's any size. I mean, I did a wedding last year and it was 10 people.
10 people.
10 people. They did a whole 10-hour day with 10 people.
That's like
brutal.
Like, no, it was actually good because you know what? Shooting weddings when it's only few people, you get a lot more intimacy. You get a chance to really capture their love. And you know what? Brides get into big things with a bunch of bridesmaids. Like they want them all to be there, and then afterward they're like, I really didn't want all those bridesmaids there. But the people who did really intimate weddings enjoy it. And your album is about you. Like there's no distraction. So there's big weddings, there's small weddings, and there's a lot of medium. But it changed a lot of things with COVID of how people move.
And I know this. Listen, we are so happy and ecstatic to have you and your wife here. But it's like a bucket list of me. If I could work with three photographers. Because G Money, you know, he's getting his certificate now. So as soon as he goes over and
That's
he
the
finishes collection.
negative.
Wow.
I mean, that's okay. So
No, it just be me and you.
I'm just saying, dag, I didn't know the hate was so great in here.
The real 1911
You'll hold the
podcast.
lights.
You know what I mean?
There's always room for an assistant.
Exactly. Always got enough. There, get those lights
You know,
down over there.
like,
And
but
get some
that would be
ice, too.
nice. That's a bucket list for me. Listen, if I could work with Just Ice, we changed the name to Just Ice. So Just Ice, the you know what I mean. He puts everything together along with Goose. Mike could do all the private dancing for the bridal party, lap dance and stuff like that. We'll get Mike involved with that. He loves that. And I can work with 3 professional photographers. Man, we can make a whole bunch of money. Probably.
Probably, definitely.
Yeah.
How much weddings go for? What's the most expensive wedding have you shot at? Kev, you too. Second.
Most for me, the most I've done is 4,500.
Number 2. What's the best? What's the most?
Most for me was 25.
25,000.
2,500.
2,500. Okay. Goose, we got some money to make, man. We need to
Yeah,
do a big old. They don't have one in Royersford or
Let's make it happen.
Limerick area, huh?
No.
Somewhere to get married?
No, that'd be terrific. to
That'd be
have it here.
terrific. It might be a great idea.
Even an outside, we threw up a tent on the outside.
Yeah.
Nice
So
tent,
people can.
flat screen TVs and
Yeah.
nice plants and you know what I mean. We can do the indoor.
We've never had a wedding here, Flo, but we've had
Uh-oh.
birthday parties.
Okay.
We've had big birthday parties here, and we had 40 people in here one time, and we had at the very beginning of the party, and everybody was standing up, and this fellow I think it was his 40th birthday party, and a woman comes up to me, G, and she goes, "You know, there's people smoking in here."
I guess
And I said, "Do you know it's a cigar lounge?"
Oh,
She said,
that makes sense.
I am offended.
Wow.
So I went over to the guy whose birthday party it was, and I can't say what he said to me. He said, "Did anybody bleep and tell her it was a cigar lounge?" I said, "Shh, I just want to let you know that this lady over here is very upset." Thank God it was a beautiful day. And I said, "You can go out and sit on the porch." "No, I want to stay here." I said, "Well, you're going to smell cigars because he wanted it here. His wife wanted it here." But the smell of a Monte Cristo or a Romeo and Juliet is not the smell of a cigarette. It's the smell. It's got an aroma to it, a distinct aroma that is very pleasing. But this, I understood. Nobody told this lady that was a cigar lounge. But we love to have a wedding here. We would enjoy it.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That's awesome. Let's go back to Kitty on top. Kitty on top, are you ready to do this smoking
Sure.
drink?
Yes.
All right. Okay. It's all yours. Just speak really loud and
Okay.
really get involved with as far as the camera's concerned.
You want me to
for a
sit down?
second. You can stand up.
Okay.
It's totally up to you.
Okay. So we're doing a old-fashioned variation. So this one calls still for bourbon whiskey, but instead of the orange zest, I dip the orange zest in chocolate.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
Nice.
And instead of simple syrup, we're doing brown sugar. So it gives it a nice twist. And then we're going to smoke it with cherry wood chips.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
And then it's whoever first.
Then Gary's
dibs.
gonna drink that.
Gary's going to drink that?
Yeah.
G's gonna drink that
This is
one.
when he's gonna pull that deference card on.
I'm about to
us.
pull
No,
right
no,
Yeah.
and use the husband card. Like,
Okay. Yep. So this one is yours.
Oh yeah, you do have deference. You can pull a husband card.
He could, but I'm
That is
he got his glass up.
Yeah.
empty.
I'm empty. You hear me?
He's sensitive.
Yeah.
I am.
So today using Jim Beam.
Go right at the
Whiskey?
camera for me one time, please.
Yes,
take
absolutely.
It. Yeah, go. Yeah.
Bam.
That's how we do it.
2 ounces. So I free pour now because it's been years. Like I have a jigger just in case, but you guys seem cool, so I'm like, you know what?
yeah.
I'll do my thing. And we have a half teaspoon of brown sugar.
You got everything right there.
Yep. I tried to be ready. So brown sugar. A teaspoon of water. So instead of the simple syrup, sugar and water still suffice. Okay. And we're doing citrus bitters. And 3 dashes of that. And a light stir. Right, and we got our strainer ready. And we have our orange zest with dipped chocolate. And we're going to smoke the glass.
Now, can you smoke it? I want you to smoke it right in front of the.
Yes. Yep.
As close as you can get.
Fire.
Just get disrespectful with it. You can see the monitor. If you can come down a little bit.
Come
See the monitor?
Come a little longer.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Wow.
Disrespectful. Woo.
Wow.
And we're
Watch
just going to let that sit for a few seconds.
This is a professional at work here. Wow.
And now we're going to pour.
What kind of
our
ice cube is
old-fashioned-
that in there? That big ice cube in there.
That's a whiskey cube.
That's a what?
Whiskey ice cube.
A whiskey
Yes.
ice cube.
So you can either do the large square cubes. I got my tray from Amazon,
Okay.
or you can do the balls. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Mike sucks on those whiskey ice cubes. Right, Mike? Don't you usually suck on it? Mike, I'm just
Pause. Hey, Mike, pause.
I didn't say balls. I said cube. I didn't say whiskey balls. I said cube, Goose. I didn't say whiskey balls. I said cube.
Wow.
And you have a cherries which were dipped in whiskey.
Yeah, Mike likes cherries too.
Here you are.
Thank you, madam.
You're
That's
welcome.
awesome. You are awesome.
Thank you.
Darnell, you got the best mixologist wife in the world, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you.
Can I, go ahead.
I gotta ask Goose a question, and then we're gonna go with your question.
You do that.
We got a text saying, Goose,
Wow.
what does your hat mean? The hat that you have on, can you please do a disclaimer talking about the hat? That's a nice haircut you got also, Goose. Can you please talk about your hat real quick, Goose, before we go to Solo's question?
That is a great company out of San Diego, California. Shout out to Vic and Suzanne. It's a company called
Can I do
Tree
it?
Rolls.
Can I do it?
You can do it.
Bay Area! All right, I'm done.
That's Victor. Victor was in the house, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, they came up 2 weeks. He had a great time.
Tree Rolls is a pre-rolled hemp product. It's 0.3% THC. It is not marijuana. It's hemp, and it comes in a beautiful package. Do you have a package?
Where's mine?
Is there
Yeah,
a
actually, I
package?
put it in the. It's in the side of the bag. Right
That's
there.
okay.
Oh,
but
okay.
but the
It's right in the
trees
side-
on
other side.
Other side.
the trees on the hat are symbolic of every time they sell a tree roll, they plant a tree. So it's a really a neat idea. And Tree Rolls, it comes in a beautiful, they're for sale at Goose's and your local stores. If they don't have them, ask for them. As you can see that name from 15 feet away, Tree Rolls. And it's just a great product made by a great company in San Diego.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking, Flo.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nice.
Right.
Solo, yeah, go with your question.
Oh, it wasn't a question. I was just gonna say, how many nights have you gone to sleep because of the drinks she done made you just put you out? Like you
Because
just,
you got to drink all of them, right?
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So it's just like, okay, I can't take no more and just pass out. And I ain't gonna say drunk, intoxicated.
let's say every night. Can you?
Every night.
Every night.
Every
You gotta say
night.
it just
That's
like
cool.
that. I mean, basically, I'm always sampling around the house. And when you live with a mixologist, everything tastes good. Like, you start making these like Hennessy culotta thingies over the holidays, and you almost forget that it's Hennessy because it tastes like almost like a coffee drink. And I'm drinking it like I'm drinking like an iced coffee or something. And next thing you know, you're like, whoa, I just drank like a quarter bottle of Henny, and
You leaning like a question mark.
leaning, scratched and done, you know. So, you know, everything tastes good, and you like literally start experimenting. And you know, we play around in the house. Like, she'll make a drink, and I'm photographing this, so I'm coming up with creative ways. But then you got to drink it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You're
know,
not gonna waste it.
No,
That's
not
one
at
thing we
all.
don't
No.
do is waste alcohol.
exactly, we got to drink at house. So if
Yes.
you come through, you drink. You
Yes.
know?
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So that was my question.
Every night.
So that's a good way too to keep your marriage intact because you're not hanging out.
Yes,
You're at home
absolutely.
every night because you're a little nice and she's nice and y'all enjoy each other's company watching a good movie.
Yeah, and
we
actually
get
we get a lot of
fiction.
visitors.
Yeah.
Everybody want to come through because that's what we do.
Mhm.
Flo, I have to say that sitting next to Kitty,
Uh-oh.
it's like sitting next to a blender in the cigar industry, because what she's doing here is not far from the cigar industry, the premium cigar side of the cigar industry, where you're blending and you're in fact you're making recipes
Yes.
Mhm.
and you're putting ingredients together that mix well and taste good, and it's not far from the premium cigar industry. Some of the best blenders. One comes to mind right away, AJ Fernandez, who is a great blender of cigars, and I see everybody nodding their head this smoke. AJ
Mhm.
Fernandez, Rafael Nodell,
Well,
with Altidus, who blends. But what you're doing there is making a recipe, and you make the right recipe for the right cigar or the right drink, and it's a winner. You've got a multi-million-dollar brand.
yeah.
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 So
So there you go,
Well.
Kitty. That's, you get the right ingredients
Yes.
together, go into the lab and everything, and boom, we all rich.
Exactly.
I knew her.
Keep it in the family. Keep it in the family.
A chef behind the bar.
Right.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Yep.
Gee, how's your old fashioned?
My old fashioned is good. I'm feeling it. But,
You was filming
Are
it.
you going to make it to the Super Bowl party?
I will.
Go Steelers.
We good, Jess? Let me know when we're good. All right, guys, we didn't get a chance to talk about our next show, but I just want to let you guys know right now. Our next show is going down this Tuesday. This Tuesday is our next show. It's called The Undefeated Goats Monte Cristo Cigar Talk with Goose. Put your hands together for that, y'all. It's going to go down this Tuesday. It'll start around 6 o'clock. It's Goose's first show. We're all welcome to be here. It's going to start at 6 o'clock. And G,
Yes, sir.
Darnell,
Yes, sir.
Solo,
What it is.
Kitty.
What's up?
We're talking about Black History Month.
All
This
right.
first show. Put together for that. So this Tuesday, 6 o'clock, we'll have drinks, we'll have cigars. It is his first show. We'll all be here. It's the Undefeated Goats Monte Cristo Cigar Talk with Goose. We're going to sit around, talk cigars, and talk Black History Month right here on the Undefeated Podcast Show. One more time, y'all. Put your hands together.
All right.
All right? Any more questions? Deference order? Anything?
So, yeah, a couple things.
Okay.
I can't remember if the question was asked, but
Uh-oh.
you guys have been married for how long now?
5 years.
5 years. You just celebrated an anniversary.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hey!
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that theme.
Yeah.
Well,
Are we?
It's up to you as long as it's clean.
Put it this way: we had 5 on it.
Oh, man. All right.
If you know the song, then you know.
Yeah. So,
We try to do a theme every year for the
Yes.
and we do things different within our relationship. Like, people travel to exotic locations. We like to travel to eat and drink.
nice.
So we end up in New Orleans a lot. We end up in a lot of different places that are known for cuisine, not necessarily looking for like an aesthetic beauty. We're
Right.
looking for lifestyle.
Right.
So we move that way. Last year we did the 4 Seasons for the 4th year. This year we did how would you define it? A 5 on it dinner.
A 5 on
Which
a
is
dinner.
nice,
So
nice.
everything was
Infused.
infused.
Infused,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. We had a a wonderful time.
Yeah. For what we remember.
Yeah, so
For what
before,
we can remember.
so before you two go, and Flo moves on, I respect the two of you because I've known that, oh, Jesus, I can't think. I've known Darnell for some time, right? So I've known Darnell for a while, and he always talks about you, and he always shows the utmost respect for you. And what you can always see is the amount of love that the two of you have, especially from his side, that he has for you. So, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it because a lot of times people don't talk about Black love the way it's shown, and between the two of you, you can see it. So I appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Appreciate that.
Love you, boo.
Love you too. I didn't expect that from G though.
That was nice.
Yeah.
We love each other. That's good. 5 years and counting.
Yes, sir.
It's lit.
Yeah.
What's the next? If I can ask this question, what is the next venture that you guys would love to get into when it comes to Kitty on Top along with DSQ Photography together as a couple? What's the next big venture that you guys have maybe conversed about or talk? Something that you guys can see. Short-term goals.
You want to start or
Short term and long term, I really want us to push this couples and cocktails.
Nice.
So I have a few in the works. I've done a few this past weekend, but we want to introduce couples into curating their own cocktails, craft cocktails with just fresh ingredients and, hands-on, and then take pictures after it. Like, it's just, I think it's good. Yeah. And just, we have the space for it. So
I'll throw in that. Yeah, we got a 3,000 square foot studio space in Glenside.
How small?
3,000 square feet. And we just got in there 4 or 5 months ago. So we've been doing some events, but we're doing renovations and people love the space. We do events and things like that. So it's our own space and we're able to do things there. So yeah, we both go out and do events for other people, but we have our own space that we do things and we get the chance to create and we can accept and do whatever we want there.
Nice.
So yeah, that's the
Could you
future.
do me a favor? Could you please add Solo to your business plan? Make sure he's taken care of, that he has space, that he can shoot also.
Kev, been there, Kev, no. Kev family.
yes,
Kev
he
is
is.
family.
Yep.
What you mean by family? Like
He's family. Kev made me. Like spring 87, spring 89, California University of Pennsylvania, Zeta Eta chapter.
Okay, can you take care of Gary too? Because Gary's trying to learn too.
I gotta talk to the wife on that.
No, you're family now too.
Thank you.
Oh, wifey put you down.
I mean,
He
but
gave you a maybe. She put you down, G.
So that means I'm good.
You good. You straight like 6 o'clock. I get it. I get it.
Family here.
I get it. I get it.
Yes.
Solo, any other
Yes.
questions for the awesome crew, the group?
Before we let the awesome crew go and everything, much respect for both of them. But my question is, D, do me a favor. This is one of the hottest pictures right here in the front. Hey, Jess, can we zoom in on this picture in the front? Of the
Oh, our
table here?
Halloween.
My makeup job.
Yeah.
Yes. Could you explain the theme behind that or what was going on? Because that's like the craziest shot.
All right, so I have a body painter that works in the studio, so a lot of people get body painted. And
Is she a guy or a girl? I
she's
mean,
a guy,
guy.
but most women get
Is
body
she a
painted.
guy or a girl?
Yeah,
No more.
I was
drinks
trying to
for-
make that.
No
So
more drinks with Flo.
I was like, please don't let it.
Great
Please,
job, Kitty.
I was saying to myself, please don't be a guy. Please don't be a guy. Flo asked the question: is it a guy? Is she a guy or a girl? I don't know. It's just, Mike gets body painted all the time. So when you said body painter, I'm like, oh goodness. But the fact that it's a guy, I understand. But my brother Mike gets body painted all the time, so it just kind of came up again. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so I work with male and female body painters that come to the studio, but this particular was a guy, hand painted bud. So he does body painting constantly, and I kept it safe for the show today. But body painting, you're naked and so on and so forth, and they paint your entire body, so you are the canvas. But in this case, I had never been painted, even though I shot a million of them. And I was doing an event for Harris for Halloween, and they were like, you know what? You can come in costume. I'm like, you know what? I'm a photographer. Why go in costume? I'm getting painted. So me and the missus got painted together, makeup job, and went to the event, had a good time. The hardest part about body painting, though, is that you forget that you're painted. So when you're driving home at the end of the day,
Mike said the same thing. Mike told me the same thing.
and people
He
looking
said he
at you,
forgets he's naked, and he just walks around. He goes to the grocery store, Wawa. They don't say nothing to him. All he does is say, "Hey, black and mild." You know what I mean? And they just let him keep going. I understand. I get it.
so you get the looks of being painted, but you forget that you're painted, especially you had a couple of drinks. And people looking at you, and you're like, "What you looking at me for?" And then you realize, like, "Oh, all right, I'm painted as a character." And you know, a lot of people that come in that get painted, they do the same thing. Like, you know, some people, Mike, I don't know if you really do this, but like women come in and get painted as a superhero, and then they don't even tell it. They come home to their husband already painted. Like, I don't know what kind of fantasies and
But the
fetishes
crazy
people got.
thing is, remember when we went to that event at Harris, because they had a contest, a costume contest. And they were like, you two would have won.
Yeah.
But Darnell is working. It wouldn't have been fair.
Yeah, I think we could have pulled up a win. But yeah,
Yeah.
that picture.
That's a hot picture, man. Yeah. I first saw it, I was like, whoa, that's different.
Yeah, we're doing it again this year. I got a wedding on Halloween, and the couple said that everybody can come paint it. So, I mean, come in costume. So,
That's what's up.
Kitty's coming with me. We're doing it again.
All right.
New look.
Kitty, we got two brothers in here. Could you please make them a cocktail?
Yes.
This is Ike. Everybody put their hands together for Ike. And we got White Chocolate. White Chocolate came to visit. White Chocolate's in the back. What's up, Robert? He's here. Can we please make them two Kitty on top drinks?
Yes.
You can pick. Just make sure it has a little bit of 28 Black in it.
Yes,
28 Black
Yes.
is the best energy drink in the world, y'all.
It
We got
is.
5
It
different
is.
flavors. They call it 28 because it has over 28 hours worth of energy. Man, that tea was really good last night. And listen, that 4 extra hours, man, and she'll love it too. You can get it right here at Goose's Lounge, 250 West Ridge Pike, right here in Limerick, PA. It is the best energy drink. It's the energy drink for champions, Darnell. It's called 28 Black, coming to a store near you. We love it. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to Kay. Shout out to the whole family. Of course, shout out to Goose and Goose Bones. Coming to a store near you, 28 Black. All right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Goose, did you have any closing questions or anything for Kitty or Darnell?
I just like to thank the both of them, Kitty and Darnell, for coming. You're always invited here. Please come back often.
Oh, definitely.
And I'm feeling this drink. This is
So I'm not the only one.
Yeah, Kitty got everybody feeling it.
For the first time,
Welcome
shout
to
out
my
to Drink
world.
Champs. I feel like drinks. I feel like we like Drink Champs. We had liquor here. We had cigars here.
yeah.
Come on up here, Ike.
I'm gonna do a half empty tap.
Shout out to everybody who came up, get a chance and opportunity, you know what I mean, in order to share the podcast with us, man. Ike, if you can come around the other way so you don't have to walk around and then Kitty's going to check you out for the drink.
Ike, have a
We'll do
seat.
that. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for coming out to the Undefeated Goats podcast. We'll see you this Tuesday. We're not even going to say what we're going to do on Sunday. This Tuesday is the first time. It'll be the first version. We're doing Black History Month because it's the month of February. Goose will have his own show along with family and friends. It's called the Undefeated Podcast Goats, along with Monte Cristo Cigar Talk with Goose. All right. So we'll be smoking Goose Bones along with Monte Cristos and talking about Black History Month. So we'll see you guys on the other side. One more time, put your hands together for Darnell Barnes, Kitty on top, right here at the Undefeated Goats podcast. Go ahead, Gary.
Hey, everybody out there who has had a drink, how did you like them so far?
Good.
All right.
Love it.
Outstanding.
One another.
Yeah, I think they're all drunk. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. Well, thank you guys so much, man. Tell a friend, tell a friend. We'll see you on the other side. You guys know who we are. We're the Undefeated Goats. Darnell, thank you. Kitty on top, we love you. We'll see you on the other side right here at the Undefeated Goats podcast. Thank y'all. See y'all. Yeah. Ha. Hey.